As we have seen earlier, today we are going to see what is going to be very, very important in terms of business and also in terms of startup journey. It's more of a mindset actually. So we're going to see how we could frame a bulletproof mindset and also a mindset that will help you to kind of grow better. And we're going to see some sharp things that you need to cultivate or probably you need to adapt. Even if you know all these things, it's good that you could recollect and kind of get justified that it is a common thing. So the very first thing is the self-doubt about yourself is going to be there, whether you're small, you're growing, or even you're going to be bigger. That's very normal. So you don't need to worry about it. If you have self-doubt about whether you're going to do it, whether you're going to achieve it, are we going in the right track, that's all very normal. Very, very normal in business. Of course, this also kind of suit goods for the life as well. People will always let you down. There is no other way. People are people merely. So don't get too much of personal about it. So just move on. It's always good to kind of move on. You're not your business. You need to understand this. So when the business goes well, don't get too much of excited. When the business doesn't perform good, don't get depressed. So try to stay cool, which will help you to kind of solve a lot of things much better. So you're not the business. You're yourself and business is separate. Try to kind of segregate them. Do not assume that all the wealthy people are smarter. There is no way that all the wealthy people are smarter. So you don't need to get worried or you don't need to get carried away by this thought. So being wealthy and being smartness are two different things. It's very important in my view. So do not take partners who doesn't have the intention or the attitude to have skin in the game. There is no reason to have partners who are not going to contribute to you to the same level as you think. So it's very important when you choose your partners in business. So do not choose somebody who doesn't have skin in the game. So I think you have to make it very clear, being busy is totally different from being productive. So you have to be productive. Being busy doesn't help you in any way. So we could come across a lot of times that somebody seems to be busy always. So there is no reason for being busy always. I think we all agree in business, it's more of relationship. It's more about people. So there is nothing called a so-called business. It's always about relationship and also it's all about people management. So you have to sharpen your people management skills, then everything will fall in place in business. So it's very important to have people management in place. You think that making a target revenue could solve your problems? I think you should also be aware and be ready that you're going to discover a new problem when you reach there. So it's not always that you kind of reach a revenue and you could solve all the problems. There is no rule set. So you have to be vigilant. You have to be kind of, plan. And then end of the day, revenue and problems are not always related. Ideas matter a lot, right? So people have a lot of ideas, but it doesn't mean that you have a good idea and you could be the actual game changer. It's all about execution. That's been told by so many people. Of course, all the entrepreneurs, all the successful people have said this again and again. So executing things not just once, always right, makes a difference when it comes to business or when it comes to startup. So ideas are plenty. It's been there everywhere. If we have an idea, you have an idea, the other person have an idea, that idea exists with others as well. So there is no reason for having a good idea and the business could succeed. So it's always about execution. So think about execution, how you could execute it better and do it right all the time. And then eventually it's a skill that will get better and better. Again, money or the revenue that you wanted to make through the business will depend upon the size of the problem that you're trying to solve. So if you think that you're solving a bigger problem, guaranteed that your revenue or the money that you're going to make is also going to be huge and big. So it's always good to think about the problems that's really big, so that you could really make a dent or an impact in the business. Most of the time, it's been discovered that 90% of your revenue in the company could come from 10% of the team. So it's always important to find the 10% of the team, kind of nurture them, protect them, give them opportunities to grow, and then go along with them, get along with them, and then you will always try to win and you will always be winning. So it's more important to have that 10% of the people, and it's also the essential skill of a founder to find out who are there in the 10%. It's also important that you schedule a time in your calendar just to think, nothing much in business. It's so important that you have to think about business, just leaving everything apart and start thinking about. At the same time, it's also been discovered that if you could take a break, it can give a big change in your business or in your personal life. So just try it out. You could probably think that you start a business to make money, but eventually you'll also understand when you make money, you're going to do a lot of things much more than money. So eventually it's just a bigger game. It's never ending game. So whatever said and done, all these things what we spoke about, it doesn't matter, because end of the day, it all boils down to two things or three things, most important things: your health, your personal life, and your family. I think we have to keep this in mind when we are doing business. It's so important that it's always about health, personal life, and family. Business will strive by itself. Once you kind of take care of all these things as core things, business will definitely strive. So if you wanted to have more such business videos, follow me. If you have any specific topics, come on me. I will try to kind of reach, and then there is a number. Please reach me on that number. We've also started a community called Wellworm, through which we are also helping a lot of early stage startups, and also startups which are growing, and also startups which are scaling, or even the businesses. So whatever stage that you are and you wanted help, please reach through us and we will try our max to help you better. Till then, follow us and watch me.